What you call politics is usually just theater over a system most people never studied. The real battlefield is structural. Money, credit, emergency powers, and the legal architecture that moves underneath elections. Start here. In November 1910, a small group met privately at Jekyll Island to draft a plan to restructure America's banking system. That meeting is documented in historical accounts of the Federal Reserve's origin story. Then, in 1913, Congress passed the Federal Reserve Act and a central banking system was established. You can debate whether that should exist, but what you cannot debate that it became the operating infrastructure of U.S. money and credit. Now watch the next move. During crisis periods, governments expand control through emergency powers. In 1933, the U.S. restricted private gold holdings through Executive Order 6102. That wasn't a rumor, it was part of the historical record. And by 1933, the U.S. effectively stepped off the gold standard for domestic use. Then, in 1971, international convertibility was ended, the final break from gold-backed discipline. That shift matters because it changes everything. How debt grows, how inflation is managed, how wars are financed, and how the public is taxed without calling it tax. So when you see constant division, left versus right, party versus party, color versus color, understand distraction is not accidental, it's functional. Because if the public stays emotional, they don't audit the structure, they don't read the acts, they don't track the timeline, they don't learn how power is actually administered. Study the record. Jekyll Island Conference 1910, Federal Reserve Act 1913, Gold Restrictions 1933, End of Convertibility 1971. And here's the key. I'm not telling you what to think, I'm telling you what to examine. If you want to understand the present, stop watching the politicians and start following the architecture. That is doctrine.